stand up just so
Let's stand up. Okay, great.
Everybody.
So yeah, let me just begin by asking one of the most obvious questions. I mean, it's you've made so many albums. How do you keep that experience of making a new album fresh for yourselves?
It gets tougher. It gets tougher the longer you go, and I think that's why we needed a little break from Biffy just for a couple of years. We needed the well to fill up with creative juices.
Yep.
How many fucking metaphors? But yeah, we just felt a little empty after the pandemic. We made 2 records quickly, and you know we could probably make a bunch of songs fast, but it needs to matter. It needs to be important. We want to do ourselves proud. We want to hopefully do something amazing that you guys can enjoy, but we just know when it's time. You know, normally I'm scared of my guitar. If it's not time to write a song, I can ignore my guitar for a few months, and then it kind of calls me like.
Hey, Simon.
Like a old school whore.
I get some nightmares that the guitar is speaking to you, like,
Yes, honestly.
notice me, pick me.
The problem is I know the guitar so well, as well, you know, so it can be a friend or a foe very, very quickly. But thankfully, we fell in love again.
What was the experience like for you guys to work on this album? Was there like a specific thing that happened during recording or the entire process that?
Actually, right at the very start, we rented a little house in a village called Aberlour in Scotland, in the wild mountains, Speyside, snow over the ground, whiskey barrels piled up everywhere.
Every cliche from Scotland. We were bathing in shortbread.
We were literally in the town, which is the home of Walker shortbread. So it is so cliched, it's unbelievable. But to sit in this environment and to hear some of the ideas that Simon had come up with, I think especially Two People in Love.
Yeah.
When Simon played that piano line, we were like, where does that come from? That's come from God himself. And I guess that kind of sort of set the template for working on these songs. It just felt fresh, it felt new. I think that break would have been a big part of that, really. But we love what we do. We've always tried to put a lot of effort into it, and when it comes to that point when you're working on such beautiful songs, we feel lucky, don't we? Yes, we do.
The key thing I think as well is we went away. We didn't use any of like our big gear that we use for the live show. We just took like a couple of practice amps, and it was just what we needed to kind of remind ourselves of why we started the band. And really it's a simple thing being a band. You just make music, and then it suddenly becomes more complex. So I think that little house was the kind of birthing point of the record. Even though some of the songs were there, that was the spirit of the album.
And because some of the songs do have initially like a simple concept, you know, saying goodbye, saying sorry,
Yeah.
we all need a little love, you know. The first few songs in particular, like A Little Love, we could use all, you know, we could all use a little bit more love. But then, you know, the hunting season, I can't just, there is a thought in my mind that it's about social media, those 2 songs.
Yeah, I mean, hunting season definitely is. I guess A Little Love is kind of talking about our journey together and just being so close for so long, and the way you are with siblings and family. You do fall out every now and again, but you survive through it all because you care about each other. So that was what with a little love's about. And hunting season is. Am I coming and going here? Hunting season is very much about passing judgment on things, and I'm so guilty of it. You know, I half read a story or I half listen to a song, and I've already made my mind up. And I think we're all really guilty of that. And I just want to take a little more time to enjoy life, and that includes how I interact with information. And we're also inundated with really ugly shit at the moment, you know. So I think we can cut each other some slack.
I think it's a beautiful message.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Also, I saw, you know, you've been signing for the past hour already. I saw you got some kruidnoten. Have you tried those already? Have you tried our Dutch delicacy, which is called kruidnoten?
James is going to try one right now.
So a little bit of explanation. So in the Netherlands we have a tradition, it's called Sinterklaas.
Okay.
It sounds like Santa Claus, but it's like on December 5th.
Right.
And it's also an old man that comes and delivers presents.
Wow, so you
It's
just
very
support
similar. But, you know, like, it's Dutch. So this is a chocolate, so chocolate kruidnoot.
And do you leave that out for us, Sinterklaas?
No, those are being thrown through the chimney. No.
Yeah, I think I'll do one if you do one.
I'll do one.
Is that fair?
Right, 3, 2, 1.
Pass them round actually, who wants one?
No one's getting one.
Delicious. Oh wow. It tastes like Christmas.
Well, yeah, it's basically Christmas season, so yeah,
Christmas in a
being
tree.
passed around.
Enjoy.
All right, so the final question at Kink, the moment that people are hearing this on Kink is the moment that the voting is open for the Kink 1500, which is our annual list of the best alternative rock ever made.
Cool.
You guys here should listen to it. So, what is a artist or a song that you yourself find absolutely amazing that you're like, I can listen to that the entire day? It can also be one of yours if you want to be kind of greedy. But
Well,
it's allowed.
we'll leave the masturbation till later. I'm gonna go.
The
with,
fan questions are coming up after this.
I'm gonna go with, just because they're on my mind, Big Thief. There's a song from their last record, New Warm Dragon Mountain Time. It's the first song. It's Change. And it's just a beautifully simple song. Like 1 million people have written the same chords, but the way they deliver it, the way that Adrian Lenker sings it, it's just gorgeous. So that would be my vote for the 1500.
Beautiful choice. I can't stop thinking about Rufus Wainwright. He's just an artist, and there's one song in particular, Going to a Town, that I just cannot get out of my head. And whenever I'm in a certain melancholic mood, it's just on repeat 20, 25 times, round and round and round. And his voice is just like, it's like honey, it's like golden syrup. So Rufus Wainwright for me.
I'm going to go for a band called Blind Melon and a song called
Throwback.
a song called Change, because I was singing it last night.
Change
after
as
a-
well.
Change.
Two songs called Change.
I know. And I found myself singing it after a little concert last night in Berlin. For some reason I was walking around before my shower singing Change, and I remembered how much I love that song. 3 chords. You've got a tattoo from, the lyrics, keep on dreaming boy, because when you stop dreaming it's time to die. Wonderful lyric and sound. Has that
Beautiful.
tattooed on, so that's my song.
And what Biffy Clyro song would you put up for?
Listen to for all time, for a long one.
You know what? Someone on YouTube has put all of our songs playing at exactly the same time. So that would be my vote. Would be all of our songs. It's worth a listen. It's disgustingly hilarious. But yeah, I mean, actually, it appeals to me. I like a bit of avant-garde music. So it's like, I don't know. There's a few songs that are important to us. I guess there's the lucky thing we have with our fans and everything is everyone has the kind of connection to different songs for different reasons, and that really matters a lot to us. So I'm reticent to pick one,
I know it's hard.
but maybe Ben could pick one.
I think of
Well, I do know that some listeners have been voting on Many of Horror as one of their favorites, and
Listen,
Bubbles is one of the favorites as well.
They're both wonderful songs, but I'm thinking of the songs on repeat. I want something kind of hypnotic, so I'm going to go for Slurpy, Slurpy, Sleep, Sleep.
Nice. Just outside the top 1500.
1501. All right, so now I'm going to let the fans that are over here ask some questions. Of course, you've had all the time in the world right now to come up with something. We can't answer probably everyone, but if someone has a question they want to ask right now, I already see her. Let's see if I can maneuver. I'm going to go around you. Oh.
I'll be your technician.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Jeff.
I always wanted Biffy Clyro to be like, oh my god! You see the red on my cheeks? Never been hugged by Biffy Clyro before. All right.
We're good.
All right. Please state your name and question.
Hi, I'm Meta. The question was, who is the 2 people in the album on the album cover? Who are the
2 people on the album.
That's a good
cover.
question, brother. That is my mum and dad when they were like 18 years old. Like, ooh. Fingers crossed. And actually, it started as a tattoo in my arm, and the whole concept of the album for Futique is we've always been looking forward and never kind of reflecting, and I've been really guilty of that with family memories and memories of the band. And last year I just spent a while going through a bunch of pictures, and I managed to see my parents as more than just my parents. I saw them as people that lived their lives, and they were just a young couple in that. So it's my change in a relationship with that picture that is kind of the spirit of the album. and how it's just crazy how the way, you know, your relationships with things do change over time, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse, and this was for the better. It's gone from something that I found incredibly sad picture to now something I see full of joy. So thank you for asking.
Thank you for the answer.
Thank you, brother.
Right, who else has a question that they really want to ask? Please state your name and question. And please come forward if you have one. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Evia.
Hello.
Not particularly about the album, but
What?
just a general question. We've been traveling to, we've seen you play in very nice venues. Which one is your favorite, and which one is still on your wish list?
Ooh.
One of my favourites was in Germany. We played in a swimming pool. Remember that one?
I do.
Was anybody there? Yeah. Hanover, yeah. And we played in front of the crowd were in the swimming pool, and the water was going everywhere and coming on the stage. And right at the end of the show, we all got up and jumped off the high board, and it was terrifying, wasn't it?
Brilliant,
Bloody
brilliant.
fucking great show though.
The thing is, I'm going to say a venue. There's a venue in Lisbon called the Colosseum that's a beautiful, it's exactly what you would think a place called the Colosseum is, but a nice venue doesn't always equate with a brilliant show. So sometimes you can walk into a place and be like, this is gorgeous, and then there's just no vibe when you're playing the gig, or the crowd just, you know, you just feel that detachment. So once you play the show, your opinion on the venue changes. It can be an absolute shithole, but if you play a good show, you're like, suddenly it becomes a palace. So it's in the eye of the beholder a little.
As someone who lives in Rotterdam, that's the feeling of Amsterdam. I'm just kidding.
It's a fact.
I'm just kidding. No, but favorite Dutch venue? Do you have one?
Yes, we do. I mean, the Tivoli is lovely. Melkweg, the Paradiso, because there's so many, well, there's a couple of rooms in there, so our very first memory of playing upstairs in the Paradiso at like 2 a.m, lamb chop, we're playing the big room, and I remember thinking, it'd be amazing to play this room one day, and then we did an acoustic show in the Paradiso a few years ago, and that was really magical. So Paradiso, and I guess AFAS is going to be our new favourite.
Who else has a question? All right, I'm going to go to you. Please state your name and question.
Hello, my name is still Monique.
Hello, still Monique.
I was wondering, you're using a glockenspiel on the new album.
Yeah.
I love that you do that, by the way. That made me wonder, what are instruments that you don't play that you would like to play, each of you?
Wow, that's a great question.
For me, the piano. I mean, I can. Please do. I need all the help I can get. I can make a little bit of a noise, and you maybe see me play some bass synths, but that's one note at a time. That's not real piano. The piano's the king of all instruments, so I wish I could play a little more piano.
I wish I could play violin. I can play a little bit of guitar, but there's frets in the guitar, and a violin there's no frets, and I have no idea how this man can play violins. I would love to play
Very
violin.
badly. Which is why I wish I could play the violin. No, I wish I could play the cello. The cello is so mournful. Like, I feel like it's one of the few instruments that can just make you break down in tears. So that's my style.
No strings attached.
Hey.
I'm sorry. All right, next question. Please state your name and question.
Hello, it's Chantal. Hi, we spoke before. I've got a question. You did just a gig with Radio 1 with the cover Golden. I really liked it.
Thank you.
Who came up with that and why?
It was actually someone we know, Tash, who works with us. We go through about 100 songs to try and find the right wrong song. and actually, I watched the Demon Hunters last week, and that song just stuck in my brain. And then Tash suggested it, and we were like, "Oh, give it a go." And you never know until you try, but it ended up okay. I think
It was okay, yeah.
Certainly there's all our friends that have kids. They're like, "Oh, our kids love your band now." We're like, shit.
Are there any other songs that you particularly wish to cover? I mean, you also worked on the Metallica Black Album, the anniversary edition.
That was a lot of fun. It's weird because some songs, if it's a song you love, it's hard to change it. If it's a song you know really well, it's hard to change it. But when we're doing like a radio covers, we always try and do like a pop song, something without guitars. So, because we take it seriously, Metallica call you up and say we want a cover, and you're like, we better make a fucking good cover for Metallica. But yeah, we love that challenge. We try and inject the Biffy personality into those songs because those songs already exist, so I do exactly the same fucking thing.
Yeah, play a Fugazi song.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, who else has a question? Could you step forward, please? That would be easier for me. I don't have to break my neck. Please state your name and question.
Hello again, my name is Daniel.
Hey there.
So I have a question. In your backlog, there's lots of songs with numbers. I noticed. So Unknown Male 1, 9/15, 27, stuff like that. My question is there a fascination for numbers? And where does these like number titles?
Well, I know that you program computer games, so I'm not going to get too involved here. But yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, numbers always made more sense to me than words. I could understand words because they didn't numbers because they didn't change. They were, you know, like reliable, and it took me a while to understand, to kind of not master, but get better at language. So that's why the early songs have so many numbers and things, because I think it's just my mind always reacted better to numbers. So thanks for spotting it.
The only number that matters for Biffy Clyro is number 1.
Oh, you sweetheart, Jim. I'm going to take you home.
I'm gonna get fired after this one. Final Q&A gig for me. Who else wants to ask? Step forward, please. Hello.
Hi, I'm Anik, and my question is, what is a song by another artist you wish you wrote?
Oh, that's a great question. Where do we start? Where do we start?
Seven Nation Army.
I love. I had it a minute ago. Bonnie Prince Billy. I See a Darkness. It's on one of his early records. The record's called I See a Darkness, and it's so simple. It's so fragile, and it just says everything. It just has everything. The melody and everything. It just makes you feel. And all of our favourite songs, I think, just make you feel. So that's the one that's come to my head at the moment. That I'd love to have written that. I always play it in sound check because I wish it was mine.
My brain's gone blank. It was an early start this morning, and I can't think of a single song. My head's gone.
Mull of Kintyre.
Mull of Kintyre, yeah. Mull of Kintyre. Okay, we'll go with that one.
Is there during the writing process a kind of eureka moment when you're like, oh, this, like, you snap your fingers, it's like, this is it?
Yeah, there's normally a song that kind of sticks its head above the rest. So for this album, it was the song Goodbye, and that came quite quickly. I managed to write that. It came together just in a few days, basically, and then every other song had to be that good. So that's what you hope for, because initially you're just kind of swimming through the ideas, and you hope something connects, but normally something kind of rears its head, and it's like, right, we need to make sure that every other tune reaches that kind of height. So that's an important part of the process.
How many time do we have left?
Hours.
5 minutes? 5?
3 hours.
The entire night? All right, who wants to ask a question?
Hello, my name is Wesley.
Hey, Wes.
It's weird to hear your own voice, though.
We know.
Yeah. I was curious. What, per individual, is your favorite song to play live? From both the Foutique album as the favorite Biffy song.
Wow, okay.
I'm jumping in early. My favourite is Two People in Love from the Foutique album, the last song on the album. Always been in love with that since, I think James talked about it earlier, since we first heard that piano riff that Simon wrote. I was instantly in love, and it's a serious challenge to play live, and hopefully we get it right when we come back to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
For me, it's Wheels of Winter, because I'm just watching this guy and I'm like, I still don't know how he's fucking doing it, you know. And to hear you guys all sing it as well, that's always a big part of it for me. So Wheels of Winter. From the new record, still kind of figuring that out, to be honest. I mean, Two People it feels incredible to play, maybe with a little love, because that's been starting the show in the last few months, and it's when you're at your most nervous, you're most vulnerable, but it's the most exciting. So yeah, with a little love.
I'm going to say two older ones. Living is a Problem is always fun because it's such a moment. You guys start clapping. It's still a challenge. We love it, but it's just such a nice moment that we all share together. Always the tensions. It's always more tense than I think it's going to be, which I love. Also, Machines, from a selfish perspective, to just be able to be out there, play a really quiet song and hear you guys singing back. It's one of the greatest feelings in the world, you know, and we're very lucky to experience that. And it just never gets old. That's what, when people say, do you ever get sick of playing songs? It's like, no, like these songs matter to us, but Stephen, you guys make it so special for us that it's really easy to play a song 1,000 times, 10,000 times. But the new songs, I would probably choose, I'm going to choose True Believer. It came together quite near the end of the record because I had a few of the parts and I just didn't know how it was going to fit together, but I knew they belonged together. And we played it for the first time last week and it sounded okay. And that's good enough for me to begin with. That's good enough for me to start.
There is a plot twist in that song though, like it starts off like almost like a ballad, almost like like goodbye, and then suddenly,
we invite people in. It's a typical Biffy kind of like rope-a-dope.
So
that's why again we're so lucky with you. You know, we make really noisy music, we make really gentle music. We really appreciate you guys like hopefully enjoying it all, embracing it, because it gives us freedom and liberates us to do whatever the fuck we want, and that means a lot to us. You guys give us strength. Thank you.
Which song do we want to hear live?
Friendship.
I kind of expected a little bit more of an enthusiastic answer. So which fucking song from the new album do we want to hear?
We'll play them all.
So who wants to, I think it's a final one, yeah, right? The final question. Please step forward.
No pressure.
Good sir.
Hello, I'm Eddie. We spoke before via the Zoom call from Kink. I asked James a question, what was your favorite bass line from the album Celebrations of Endings? I'm asking you guys, what's your favorite bass line from Foutique?
Oh, easy. Short one.
Okay, short one or two people, because there's a really nice, the bass is quite exposed and two people in love in the verses.
Yeah, and I love short one. It's really like James is just the foundation of the full song, and we kind of just hover over the top. And you know, some of my favourite moments that we do as a band is when kind of James keeps things riding low, and Ben and me are kind of like messing around up here, and I just love that shit. It's like a lot of magic to what we do. Oh, thank you, choice.
I'll get that €5 to you.
All right, thank you all for coming. Bedankt voor het komen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim, for hosting. Yeah, we really appreciate you all. Thanks for your patience today. Thanks for caring about our music and our band. And yeah, thanks for being here today. We'll see you all in January or something. Yeah. Fuck yeah, we are Biffy fucking Clyro.